मेरी जान की दुश्मन सबसे करीबी दोस्त स्मिता भारती. Last but certainly not least, allow me to introduce the remarkable Smita Bharti, a multi-talented artist, writer, and award-winning playwright. Her creative prowess is matched, sorry, my eyes are like, her creative prowess is matched by her commitment to making a positive impact as evidenced by her prestigious Karma Veer Puraskar for social change and her status as a Rotary World Peace Fellow. नहीं मैं तो बोलूंगी. Serving as the executive director of Sakshi, a non-profit organization, Smita Bharti passionately leads the charge towards a brighter world. Her influential work spanning 2 decades leverages the power of theater and more as a formidable instrument for driving social change. ये दिखते बहुत pretty है, पर एक नंबर के शातिर है, नहीं तो मुझे यहाँ खींच के लाने का और किसी का कोई चांस नहीं था. आ जाओ.
लंबी इंट्रोडक्शन दोगे आधे लोग उसी में चले गए. बच्चे sex, money, power. A game that I was a master of and played it day in, day out. Till one day I decided no more. I'm not going to play this game anymore. So I decided to die. Most beautifully, most sensually. I went into the bathroom, huge, palatial, black marble bathroom with a jacuzzi tub over there, and I filled it. Put some rose petals in it, some scented water, lined it with candles, scented candles. Then I went to my beautiful pull-out cupboards and selected a beautiful chiffon ensemble for myself, white with pink roses. I made up my face, eyeliner, lightly tinted pink lipstick. I looked at my nails. I didn't like them. So then I went and got those nails done. Nice, long, pink nails. I was beautiful. And I was ready to die. Most beautifully. Most sensually. And just as I was about to enter that jacuzzi, he walked in. He took one look at that knife with which he had been cutting me up every night, slowly, agonizingly, knowingly. The knife that I had kept next to me as something that will no longer have any power over me when I die. And he gave a loud laughter. And then he just stepped into the jacuzzi. He swept away the medicines. He blew off the candles. He shredded my chiffon ensemble and sitting in the jacuzzi just started lathering himself, laughing at my efforts to kill myself. There's something wrong with me. I found myself twitching. I found my fists closing and opening and closing and opening. I felt my lips going bare on my teeth. I felt a howl coming from inside me. I picked up the knife and I slit it across his throat. Slowly, knowingly. Till the walls were splattered with his blood. His eyes were glazed with that terror that used to be in my eyes. My clothes were soaked in his blood. I wiped the blood. I wore the shredded ensemble. And I sat down, waiting for the sun to set. Excerpt from a play that I had written in 2005 called Jailbirds. Story of a woman who lived the life of a victim. Bichari, helpless, what can I do? Kahan jaun, kya karu? I have no power. I don't know what to do. You know? No choices, choiceless. And then one day she said, ki bas bahut ho gaya. Now I'm going to end my suffering. So what did she decide? She decided to glorify her situation and her suffering and decided to kill herself and become a martyr. Yahi karte na? I have made so many sacrifices, I've done all this for the sake of my children, etc., etc. Yes, no, maybe? And then, इस कहानी में she becomes a tyrant. है ना? Husband को मार दिया. Just because उसने उसको मरने से बचाया. He didn't let her kill herself, right? That's all he did, right? And she killed him. नहीं अच्छी लगी कहानी? कहानी नहीं, सच, मेरा सच, जिसको मैंने उस समय फिक्शनलाइज कर दिया था. आसान होता है ना फिक्शनलाइज कर देना, सेफ भी होता है, किसी को पता नहीं चलेगा. बट मैंने अपने एक्स हस्बैंड का मर्डर नहीं किया, नहीं तो अभी मैं जेल में होती. बाकी सब सच है. जिया मैंने helpless victim, glorified martyr, tyrant, bichari to bitch. पूरा इधर से उधर, full spectrum. फिर एक she thinks that जानी दुश्मन. फिर एक दिन मैंने कहा no more, not going to happen again. Just walked out, just like that. 2 children, 10, 7, caught hold to their hands, just walked out. Literally. And burnt my bridges behind me. And you know what? अगर यहाँ पर किसी ने lower court में, if anybody has fought the case for against restitution of conjugal rights with the man who has raped you for 12 long years every single night, you will know what it means burning the bridge that leads you back into that marriage. Thank you. So I walked into nothingness with nothing. No maintenance, no alimony, no bank account, no house, no CV. कभी काम ही नहीं किया था. Accepting one very heavy suitcase. और जिनको the people I was leaving behind ना got really nervous. पता नहीं क्या लेके जा रही है. These were the days before demonetization. तो घर में बहुत cash and gold रहता था. तो पकड़ लिया उन्होंने जनाब मुझे और बैठ के सूटकेस खोल के छानबीन करने लगे कि ये लेके इतने भारी सूटकेस में क्या जा रही है. एंड दैट सूटकेस वाज जस्ट फिल्ड विद diaries of the poetry that had kept me alive and saved me from my soul to get scarred. "28 years ago. 28 years of wanting to know what was the compulsion that kept me bound to that violence for 12 years of my life. Over the years, I went everywhere. Jail gayi, arrest nahi hui, kaam kiya.
Thank you.
Went into the prisons, went into the villages, went into the communities, corporates mein bhi gayi, bade just wanted to get the answer. Somebody. I spoke to writers, artists, academics, professional theater actors and directors, spoken word artists. I spoke to experts, professionals, students, mothers, daughters. Just asking the same question: what makes us say yes when we want to say no? I told stories, gathered stories, became a storyteller. Chola wala. In the prison, I found women who had pushed boundaries, exerted their choices, and were imprisoned by the state and had become choiceless. Outside the prison, I met free women, some who were making choices and others who believed they were making choices. Some were choosing to be safe, others deluding themselves that they can choose to be safe, like I was. What keeps us bound to violent structures? Am I so disconnected with myself that I've forgotten how to build a bridge to myself? I'm not a victim. I'm not a martyr. I am not the tyrant bitch. But am I accountable? This is the very next question I ask myself again and again, that if I have understood accountability, have I lived my life differently ever since I understood that? Have I? 28 years of searching and seeking, am I still living that accountable life where I have complete authority and complete responsibility for all the choices I want to make, I am making, and I find myself saying no? In the process of writing this little piece here for today, I discovered that it is because I have not yet learned to build the bridge with my 6-year-old self who was sexually abused. And more importantly, I have yet to forgive my 6-year-old self for experiencing pleasure during the abuse. With the intuitive, innate intelligence of a child, that 6-year-old knew there was something wrong happening there. But if someone had built a bridge for that 6-year-old child, held her hand and explained that this was a violation, that she was not to be blamed, that she was not responsible, that it was not her fault, that she did not invite it upon herself, that she could have said, no, this is not the time I need to experience a sexual situation. if over the years in my adult life, there had been a bridge that connected me to my 6-year-old self, enabled me to forgive her, maybe, just maybe, I wouldn't have accepted the domestic violence that I endured for 12 years. If the guilt of experiencing pleasure during the sexual abuse at the age of 6 could be erased, I probably wouldn't feel the need to hide my sexual desire, erase my sexuality, ignore sexual harassment, and endure marital rape. But that bridge was not built. That was the seed where my choicelessness began. Until today, prevents me from committing to accountability, to say no with conviction to choicelessness and irresponsibility. Yeah, I need to take charge. Plant seeds that take me towards owning my choices. Build my bridge with my 6-year-old. Forgive myself. I finally found the ground for these seeds. Bekhauf Baatein. Accountability. One word, accountability.